What's going on, guys? My name's Ryan. I play chess, put my videos on YouTube here. I got a game here today and a tip that I wanted to share with you about pushing pawns in the opening. You'll see how this plays out, but yeah, I kind of want this to be an instructive game, just like all my videos. So it starts off, Queen's pawn game, and this is what I want to talk about. I think that this is a bad move for a variety of different reasons, but they should become pretty apparent soon. It's just overextending your pawn structure, basically, is the main problem with this. You're weakening your queen side. Your queen side was very sound with this pawn right here, and all of a sudden, you push the pawn and got rid of that nice pawn chain here. Anyways, we'll see. I'll show you how to play against this and how to win a pawn most times. So I challenge this pawn now. I'm saying you're overextended. You shouldn't be where you are. He doesn't want to take this now because I'll just take back with an open file for my rook. It's not it's basically admitting that you made a mistake by taking this pawn. So I challenge that. He cannot push it forward. My knight will just take it. Now most times you'll see this. You'll see them bring a pawn here, and you challenge this pawn as well. So I challenge that pawn, and in this case, he took it. In a lot of cases, they'll bring their bishop right here to defend it again. If they bring their pawn right here, this is a huge, it's a mistake to try to defend this pawn with this pawn. I'll take here, and then you cannot recapture because my rook will come down and I'll win your rook for free. And if you don't take, then I'll just take and then take again, and I want a free pawn as well as about to win a free pawn here. But most times you'll see them bring the bishop here, in which case I take. He'll take with the bishop. I take here, and he'll have a decision to make on how he wants to take it. But all of my attack will be focused on this for the rest of the game. Anyways, so he decides to take it in this instance, and you do not recapture with this pawn. Now that there's no longer an additional defender on this, you can take this pawn. Takes back, and it's even right now. And I'm going to win this pawn very soon. You can see how much more solidified my queen side is than his right now. He's got a huge 3-pawn gap here, and I have 1 pawn gone and a side pawn. Anyways, so I challenge that pawn. Maybe I should have just taken it right away. He pins my knight. I think the right move here is just to take right away. He pins my knight. I have to unpin, and he's able to push it into safety. In which case I just castle. He castles, and I get my knight out of there and attack this pawn again. He takes, I take, and he does that move. I just take the pawn, he takes my bishop, and now I'm up a free pawn with a soon-to-be strong attack on his queen side. Most of my pieces are going to be over here very quickly. You got to attack where your pawn chain is headed. My pawn chain is headed towards the queen side. So he attacks that knight. It's kind of a weak attack. I move right there. Threatens my queen. I step up 1. And I get rid of this queen. He pushes it all the way back. And I win a knight. It seems like a reoccurring theme with this guy that he overextends himself. He did it earlier, and he lost a pawn by it. He's doing quite a stretch with this queen move here, and then he just overextends himself again with this knight move. This knight isn't attacking anything. It's really just a liability right now. It's not defended by a pawn. If you notice, both my knights are protected by a pawn as well as defending each other. They're very strong in this position. Maybe he had ideas of kicking this knight back to over here and then he'd win it, but since he's threatening my queen, he has to expect my queen to move right here. Anyways, I threaten the queen, scooches back, and I threaten it with the knight and win a knight. I've got a double attack on that knight now, as well as a very deadly rook lift. He attacks my queen. It's probably, it's a decent move. I have now, so he makes a mistake, and he gets himself out of the pin. He knows that I cannot take here, or else he would win a free piece. So instead, I just recapture with the same knight. His queen is still pinned. No, it's not pinned, it's under attack. And so he moves it to a bad square, I guess. He moves it right here, and then for anybody over, 1300, you should see this in a second. It's a fork. So that's the way that this game played. He could have some counterplay by, bringing a rook right here, but I have a check while taking this queen. It's basically game over from there. Again, let's just look at the queen side. I said I was going to attack on the queen side, and look at where all my pieces are. I have a beautiful connected pawn chain. All my pawns are together. That's how you exploit overextension. So let's just run through this real quick again. And that's the game. There you have it. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I wish you the best of luck in your chess games. Thank you. Bye-bye.